Good evening to one and all. Welcome to sisyaclass. Today we are in the mathematics series in the lineup of straight lines. Okay. ఈ రోజు మనం స్ట్రైట్ లైన్స్ నేర్చుకుంటున్నాం. ఈ రోజు పొద్దున మనం స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ నేర్చుకున్నాం. We have completely discussed about the slope and we have discussed the equation of a line and we have discussed about different ways in which we can find the locus for the given conditions. ఓకే, ఈరోజు మనం నేర్చుకోయే కంప్లీట్ టాపిక్ వచ్చేసి ఇట్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ కన్ఫైన్డ్ టు వేరియస్ ఫార్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ లైన్స్. లైన్స్ ఒక డిఫరెంట్ ఫార్మ్స్ ఏంటి ఆల్రెడీ మనకు తెలుసు. ఆ ఫార్మ్స్ అనేవి ఏంటి మీరు రిగరస్గా ఆల్రెడీ చదివేసి ఉంటారు 11th గ్రేడ్లో. కానీ ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ నేను ఒకసారి ఐ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఎ బ్రీఫ్ రీక్యాప్ అబౌట్ దాట్ అండ్ ఐ విల్ ట్రై టు సాల్వ్ ఫ్యూ PYQs. ఓకే, ఎస్. సో లెట్స్ ఫర్దర్ స్టార్ట్ ద సెషన్. Okay, so I would like to briefly introduce about myself. My name is Sai Satish. I have done my masters from IIT Palakkad and I have trained over 50,000 students from past 5 years. Okay, so let's start the topic. The first topic of today is the different forms of equation. Okay, దీంట్లో the first thing is the slope intercept form. Okay, basic ga equation of a line ఎలా ఉంటుంది? It is in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0. ఓకే, ఇది ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎ లైన్. సో మనం 10th గ్రేడ్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ లైన్ గురించి నేర్చుకున్నాం ఫస్ట్. దాని తర్వాత వీ హ్యావ్ ఫౌండ్ హౌ కెన్ వీ ప్లాట్ దిస్ లైన్ ఆన్ ఏ గ్రాఫ్ షీట్. తర్వాత వీ హ్యావ్ ఫౌండ్ ఈవెన్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద సొల్యూషన్స్ దట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ ఫర్ ఎ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ యూజింగ్ ఎ గ్రాఫ్. తర్వాత వీ హ్యావ్ స్టడీడ్ ఈవెన్ అబౌట్ ది పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్స్, whether two lines are parallel or they are intersecting or they are coincident. We have studied about these three different types. Ippudu manam further ga we are completely trying to postmortem this straight line and try to see the different segments and further study into the deeper parts of straight lines. So first entante a straight line, okay, is something which is uniform in its nature, okay, and it has podduna manam nechukunnattu slope ante entante it is angle of inclination with the x-axis. So I can also say the slope is nothing but the tan theta. Okay, ఈ ఒక్క పారామీటర్ బట్టి మొత్తం స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ వేరియేషన్ అనేది తెలుస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో వేరాస్ కర్వ్ కి ఒక స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే కర్వ్ కి ప్రతి ఒక్క పాయింట్ దగ్గర ద యాంగిల్ చేంజెస్. దట్ మీన్స్ ద వే దట్ we can see a curve is as infinite union of lines. Okay, so this is what a curve and a straight line difference is. So the first form వచ్చేసి y is equals to mx plus c, దీని స్లోప్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ ఫార్మ్ అంటాడు. ఈ m అంటే ఏంటంటే స్లోప్, c అంటే ఏంటంటే y ఇంటర్సెప్ట్. c is nothing but y ఇంటర్సెప్ట్. ఓకే, సో సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే ఒక స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ ఉంది. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యు నో ద యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ దిస్ theta, this is nothing but m is equals to tan theta. So if you know this theta, you can find the value of m, and e value y intercept, the line where it is actually intersecting the y axis, is nothing but this c. Okay, ఒకవేళ కానీ మనకి ఈ ఇంగ్రీడియంట్స్ ఉంటే we can find the equation of a line using the slope and an intercept. అందుకనే it is slope intercept form. Okay, so this is the first form. నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి 1 పాయింట్ ఫార్మ్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ సిమిలర్. మనకు ఆల్రెడీ ఫార్ములా తెలుసు. స్లోప్ ఆఫ్ ఎ లైన్ ఏంటి? y2 మైనస్ y1 బై x2 మైనస్ x1. ఈ పారామీటర్ మటుకు ఇట్ ఈస్ సేమ్ ఫర్ ద ఎంటైర్ లైన్. గివెన్ ఎనీ 2 పాయింట్స్ ఆన్ ఎ లైన్, this sort of a quantity will be same for the whole line given any 2 distinct points. Okay, so that is how we can find the slope of a line. And okay, so arbitrarily we can write the equation of a line using this, where it satisfies this sort of a condition. Okay, so that is nothing but y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. So this is the equation of a line when we know one point and a slope. Okay, oka point oka slope, if we know one point, for example oka point తెలుసు through which the line is passing, and if we know the angle at which it is inclining with the x-axis, or if we know the slope, then we can find the equation of a line. So first దాంట్లో నేను ఏం చెప్పాను? In the slope intercept form, when we know the slope of a line and when we know the intercept of a line, we can find especially y intercept line, then we can find the equation of a line, that is y is equals to mx plus c. If we know one point and a slope, then we can find the equation of a line. So this is another way. The next one is, this is just you can it is another way that you can actually write the equation even if you don't have an idea about the slope. But if you have 2 points. Generally ఒక 2 points ఉంటే we can directly find the slope of a line, right? That is, suppose this is x1 comma y1 and ఇది x2 comma y2. Can we find the slope of a line? M is equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. This is slope of a line. Okay, so this is how you find the slope of a line, right? So what is the total equation we have? Y minus y1. ఇందాక మనకి point slope formula ఏంటి తెలుసు మనకి? M into x minus x1. M into x minus x1. This is the equation of a line. But M is what? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So ఇది మనకు తెలుసు. Okay, so this is nothing but a 2-point form. Okay, see, the next one is intercept form. Now this is very very important when you are trying to do a problem. Suppose మనకి 2 points తెలిసినా మనం ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ లైన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఒక పాయింట్ ఇంకొక స్లోప్ తెలిసినా అప్పుడు కూడా we can find the equation of a line. If we know the slope and an intercept, then also we can find the equation of a line. కానీ intercept అంటే ఏంటంటే where the line is intersecting both the coordinate axis is called the intercepts. Okay, suppose the distance at which it is intersecting the x-axis is at a units and the distance at which it is intersecting the y-axis is at b units. So the equation of line becomes x by a plus y by b equals to 1. ఇది చాలా easy, we can even derive also. ఇక్కడ ఈ distance a అంటే, do you know what is the point here? At what is the coordinates of this point? ఈ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే a, 0. And what is the coordinates of this point? 0, b. So can we find the equation of a line using this, right? 2 points ఉన్నాయి. So we know using the 2-point form we can find the equation of a line, right? Or even we can do one more thing, is like we can find the slope. Again we can find the equation of a line. So we can do in enormous ways to arrive this solution. But given any 2 intercept, this value represents the x-intercept. Okay, this value represents the x-intercept, this value represents the y-intercept. Okay, so ఇది మనకున్న complete information. Okay, this value represents the x-intercept, this value represents the y-intercept. Okay, now so given any sort of an equation అంటే ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ ఇస్తే, so how many things we can find out? For example, మనకు ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ తెలుసు, ax plus by plus c equals to 0, right? Given in this equation, ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ ని ముందు మనం చూసుంటే we can just find a solution. మీకు 9th grade అయినా 10th grade అయినా ఒక కొంచెం కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంటే మీరు ఏం చేస్తారు, just we can find a solution, we can find different points on the line. But ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏ కండిషన్ లో ఉన్నాం, given a line you can say 100 things about this line, right? ఈ లైన్ ఒక without even keeping a point on the graph sheet we can say so many things about this line, right? Complete దాని ఒక geometry we can visualize without even actually plotting this graph, right? So you can actually find the slope of this line. Is slope of this line how you can find? You can convert this equation in the form of the slope intercept form. That is, చూడండి, slope intercept form ఏం చేయాలి, అన్ని you can take all the garbage to the right side, that is ax and c to the right side. So this will be minus ax minus c and y will be equals to minus a by b into x minus c. Okay, so whatever is the coefficient of x, just మీరు ఒకసారి టాలీ చేయండి. Is this tallied with y is equals to mx plus c? చూడండి, what is the slope? What is the slope we have? The coefficient of x is nothing but the slope once you convert into y is equals to mx plus c. So what is the coefficient of x in this form? That is minus a by b. So we haven't actually plotted this line, but we were in a position to actually find out what is the slope of the line, right? Slope of the line is minus a by b. And similarly, ఇక్కడ నుంచే can we find what is the x-intercept and y-intercept? Already ఇక్కడ y-intercept వచ్చేసింది. ఈ c అంటే ఏంటి? It is a y-intercept. Okay, so c is nothing but minus c by b. Okay, so now you can convert ax plus by plus c equals to 0. So this you can write it as ax plus by, okay, you just write it as 1 is equals to minus c. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయండి, ఈ మైనస్ c ని ఇటువైపు తీసుకొస్తే, so I'm just trying to write here. Okay, so ax plus by minus c equals to is equals to minus c. So x by minus c by a plus y by minus c by b equals to 1. సో x-intercept ఈ ఏ ఫామ్లో వచ్చింది మళ్ళీ it is in this format, right? Now what is the x-intercept? It is minus c by a. What is the y-intercept? It is minus y by b, minus c by b. So ఒకసారి మనకి ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ లైన్ తెలిస్తే వీ కెన్ సే వాట్ ఈస్ ది స్లోప్ ఆఫ్ ఎ లైన్, వీ కెన్ సే వాట్ ఈస్ ది ఎక్స్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్, వీ కెన్ సే వాట్ ఈస్ ది వై ఇంటర్సెప్ట్, వీ కెన్ సే ఎనార్మస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ స్టడీడ్ అబౌట్. ఓకే, ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ ద నార్మల్ ఫార్మ్. ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. వితౌట్ ఈవెన్ నోయింగ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ది యాక్చువల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎ లైన్, ఓకే, లైన్ గురించి ఏ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ లేదు. ఏమంటాడంటే ఈ మొత్తం ఈ నార్మల్ ఫామ్లో ఒక లైన్ ఉంది, ఆ లైన్ కి కొన్ని ఇంగ్రీడియంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఏంటి? ఫస్ట్ ఆరిజిన్ నుంచి పర్పెండిక్యులర్ డిస్టెన్స్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి p. He has not given any information about the actual line. He is saying the distance from the origin to the line is given by p, and the way this normal is being inclined with the x-axis is at an angle of alpha. So just ఇదే ఇచ్చాడు. ఒకటి ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు? ఆరిజిన్ నుంచి ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ లో ఉంది లైన్, దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ పారామీటర్. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటంటే at what angle this p is being inclined, this normal is being inclined, that is what the information has been given. So ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఇలాంటి ఒక ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు the distance of the normal from the origin and the angle of inclination of the normal ఇచ్చినప్పుడు we can find the equation of a line that is nothing but x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equals to p. Okay, so this is nothing but the equation of a line, and we can also call this as a normal form. So ఎగ్జామ్లో చాలా విధాలుగా ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడగచ్చు. ఒక నార్మల్ ఫామ్ ఇచ్చి వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎ లైన్, అది కూడా ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ లైన్ రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుంది. కానీ హీ మైట్ ఆస్క్ వాట్ ఈస్ ది నార్మల్ ఫామ్, వాట్ ఈస్ ది ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ ఫామ్, వాట్ ఈస్ ది స్లోప్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ ఫామ్, వాట్ ఈస్ 2 point ఫామ్. ఇలా ప్రతి ఒక్క లైన్కి వీ కెన్ డూ ఎనార్మస్ ఫార్మ్స్, రైట్? అల్టిమేట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ అండ్ ద సేమ్. So this is the normal form. I hope you understood. ఇదే వాడిచ్చిన complete information, right? But this is the in the anti-clockwise sense. అదొకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. Okay, this is in the anti-clockwise sense with respect to x-axis. That is the normal form. Next, the distant form, the distant or the parametric form. This is nothing but ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఒక పాయింట్ ఇచ్చి, okay, and he has given some point x, y, and if you know the angle at which it is being inclined, okay, and he has given some point, okay, which is at some distance r, okay, which is at some distance r, okay, this is some x1 comma y1. ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ అలా ఇచ్చినప్పుడు we can write this in the parametric form, that is x minus x1 by cos theta is equals to y minus y1 by sin theta equals to r. సో ఇప్పుడు వరకు మనం నేర్చుకున్న ఎన్ని ఫార్మ్స్ టోటలీ? The first one is slope intercept form, the next one is 2 point form, the next one is intercept form, the next one is the normal form, and the last one is the parametric form. So ఈ 5 total గా మనం నేర్చుకున్నాము, 6 ఈ total గా నేర్చుకున్నాము. So this all things we are going to use right now in solving some questions. Okay, ప్రతి ఫామ్ కి ఒక చిన్న హింట్ ఉంటుంది, అది ఎప్పుడు యూస్ చేయాలనేదే పాయింట్. ఓకే, రైట్. Okay, so the first question goes like this. The first question ఏంటంటే, if 4, 3 and 1, -2 are the end points of a diagonal of a square, then the equation of one of its side is. Okay, so ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ we'll try to just first plot the points. So the first point is 1, -2, and he has given the other point is 4, 3. Okay, so this is the diagonal we have. He is asking what is the end points of the diagonal, then the equation of one of its sides. So let's say he want the equation of the side AB. Okay, ఈ line, ఈ equation of line వీడికి కావాలి. Okay, we want the equation of this line. ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఏం లేదు. See, ఆల్రెడీ ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే బేసిక్గా మనకి 2 ఇంగ్రీడియంట్స్ కావాలి. ఓకే, we need 2 things, prerequisite things. That is, first thing is either first that is a slope, definitely you need a slope, and one more thing is point. Already we have a point enti 1, -2. Okay, so equation of a line ela untundi, y minus of -2 is equals to m into x minus 1. Okay, if the slope of this line is m, మనకు తెలియదు స్లోప్ ఇప్పుడు ఏంటో, కానీ ఒక స్క్వేర్ లో అన్ని యాంగిల్స్ ఏంటి? 90 degree. సో we already know in the congruency rule also మనం నేర్చుకోవచ్చు కి the diagonal bisects the angle in a square. So this will be 45 degree, right? So this will be 45 degree. ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనము you can Actually, you know the formula. This పొద్దున మనం ఒక ఫార్ములా నేర్చుకున్నాము. Tan alpha is equals to mod of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. This is the angle between two lines. Okay, angle between two lines when two slopes are known. We have used this formula in the morning session. Tan alpha is equals to mod m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. ఒకవేళ కానీ if you haven't followed, please go back to that session and please listen to this formula. ఈ ఫార్ములా మటుకు మనం కంప్లీట్ డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం. వీ హ్యావ్ ఈవెన్ డిరైవ్డ్ పార్షియలీ అబౌట్ దిస్. ఓకే, సో ఈ ఫార్ములా నోట్ డౌన్ చేసుకోండి. tan alpha is equals to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. ఇప్పుడు we have this point A and B. Can you find the slope of this line? Can you find the slope of this line? Let's treat this as m2. What's the slope of this line? 3. So how can you find the slope of the line? So m2 is equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. ఈ ఒక్కసారికి నేను ఫార్ములా రాస్తున్నాను. నెక్స్ట్ టైం నుంచి I will try directly try to do. So 3 plus 2 5 by 3. Okay, so this is 5 by 3. So now I have a slope. I have a slope. Now I want what is the relation between these two slopes. Tan 45 value enta? Tan alpha is equals to, so tan 45 is equals to mod of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus 5 by 3 into m. Okay, you can just take it as m. Okay, so ఇది మనకు వచ్చిన లాస్ట్ థింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి నేను రాయొచ్చు 5 minus 3m by 3 minus 5m mod. Okay, so 5 minus 3m by 3 minus 5m, 3m gets cancelled. ఇది 1 is equals to 1. So 5 minus 3m by 3 minus 5m. Okay, now ఇక్కడ నుంచి చూడండి. నా ఇక్కడ mod ఉంది కాబట్టి it can take either plus or minus. Okay, if I try to remove the mod, it will take plus or minus. So if it is 1, so it will be, if it is plus 1, so this will be 5 minus 3m is equals to 3 minus 5m. So ఇక్కడ నుంచి మనకు వచ్చిన వాల్యూ ఏంటి? 3 minus 5m is equals to 5 minus 3m. So 3m minus 5m, which will be minus 2m, and 5 minus 3 is 2. So m is equals to minus 1. ఇది మనకు వచ్చిన ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ. సో మనకు వచ్చిన సెకండ్ వాల్యూ ఏంటి? 5 minus 3m by 3 minus 5 is equals to minus 1. So the other condition is 5 minus 3m. So minus 1 is equals to 5 minus 3m by 3 minus 5m. So this will be minus 3 plus 5m is equals to 5 minus 3m. Okay, so minus 3 plus 5m. So this will become minus 8 and this will become 5m minus 8m. Okay, so minus 3 minus 5. So this will become m is equals to 1. Okay, m is equals to 1. So ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేయొచ్చు? We can either take m is equals to minus 1 or we can take m is equals to plus 1, and then we can again take this point in place of m ప్లేస్ లో మనము 1 అయినా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయొచ్చు, minus 1 అయినా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయొచ్చు. సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసి చూడండి, y plus 2 is equals to m into x minus 1. If you take 1 x minus y, so just substitute చేయండి y plus 2. సో మనకు వచ్చిన ఈక్వేషన్ ఏంటి? y plus 2 is equals to m into x minus 1. y plus 2 is equals to m into x minus 1. And we have two slopes, that is m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. Okay, ఇక్కడ ఒక చిన్నది mistake, 3 plus 5m. So 5m plus 3m, so this will become 8. So this is 8, and again here also so this will become 3 plus 5m is equals to 5 minus 3m. So 5m plus 3m is 8m is equals to 5 minus 3 is 2. So m is equals to 1 by 4. Okay, m is equals to 1 by 4. Similar గా ఇక్కడ కూడా ప్లస్ చేయండి, then you will be getting. So y plus 2 is equals to m value ఎంత? 1 by 4 into x minus 1. Okay, so that time you will be getting 4y plus 8 is equals to x minus 1. So the answer is x minus 4y is equals to 9. Okay, x minus 4y equals to 9. X minus 4y equals to 9. So ఇది కానీ మీ ఆప్షన్ ఉంటే you can find out this answer. Okay, So the next one, suppose the triangle of a line is formed by x plus y equals to 10 and the coordinate axis the number of points x comma y where x and y are natural numbers lying inside the triangle. Okay, ఇక్కడ చూడండి. Okay, here are the coordinates. First ఇక్కడ important ఏంటంటే, can you find the intercepts of this triangle? X intercept ఎంత 10, y intercept ఎంత 10. This is the intercept form of a line. Okay, అది first మీరు draw చేయండి. So this will become 10, 0 and this will become 0, 10. ఇక్కడ వీడు క్లియర్గా ఏమంటున్నాడంటే, the number of points x, y where x and y are natural numbers lying inside the triangle. అంటే వీటి లోపల ఎన్ని points which are natural numbers lying inside this triangle formed by this coordinate axis అడుగుతున్నాడు. Okay, so how many points are lying? So that is like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి అనేది. సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి, మార్నింగ్ కూడా మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాము, x plus y equals to 10. ప్రతి ఒక్క లైన్ ఒక ప్లేన్ని 3 different పార్ట్స్లో డివైడ్ చేస్తుంది. వన్ ఇస్ టు ద లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్, okay, one is towards the right hand side, one is on the line. It is completely dividing into 3 partitions. Okay, so first emo okati left hand side, next is one right hand side, one is on the line. Okay, so linear programming lo kuda, so if you take any point blindly, that will be either on the one side of a line. Okay, so if I take one line with respect to this line, that point might be to the left hand side or the right hand side or on the line. If it is on the one side, so it will be obeying one inequality. If it is on the other side, it will be obeying another inequality. So ikkada meer chuste x plus y equals to 10, just substitute the origin 0, 0. Ippudu origin anedi left hand side lo undi, so 0 plus 0 enta 0, so 0 is less than 10. So all the points to the left hand side of this line, it obeys a rule that x plus y equals to 10. Now this is an important observation. Nenu enduku use chestunnanu anedi we will quickly understand. జస్ట్ ఈ పాయింట్తోని గ్రాఫ్ తీసుకొని ప్రతి ఒక్క పాయింట్ని విజువలైజ్ చేసుకొని గ్రాఫ్ ప్లాట్ చేస్తే విల్ కంప్లీట్ అవర్ ఎగ్జామ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్. ఓకే, సో ఇవి 3 అవర్స్లోనే కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి కాబట్టి తొందరగా చేయాలి. సో ఫస్ట్ మనం ఏంటి, సో విల్ జస్ట్ టేక్ ఎ పాయింట్స్ ఇన్ సచ్ ఎ ప్యాటర్న్ ఎక్స్ వై అండ్ we will see this pattern. ఓకే, చూడండి నేను ఏం చేస్తాను అంటే ఒకటి ఎక్స్, ఇక్కడ వాల్యూస్ ఆఫ్ వై. ఓకే, అండ్ దెన్ now I'll try to take what? I'll take x, when x equals to 1, it should follow a pattern that x plus y is less than 10. Okay, you should choose the y values in such a way that if you add 1 plus something, it should be less than 10. So all these points will be definitely to the left hand side. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 plus 9 ఏమైపోతుంది 10 అయిపోతుంది, but we want all the values less than 10. So 1 plus 8 is the extreme thing that this inequality will hold. So how many number of points we have? 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3 ఇలా ఎన్ని వచ్చాయి టోటల్ గా? Number of points is how much? 8. So number of points equals to 8. So similar గా ఒకవేళ 2 తీసుకుంటే it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 తర్వాత మళ్ళీ 7. Okay, so like this we got, so ikkada 8 points, ikkada 7 points, up to so on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, even 9 తీసుకోలేము, so 8 వరకు స్టాప్ చేస్తే the last is 8, 1. ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి 7, 1, 7, 2 ఇలా మనకి ఎన్ని వస్తాయి? 8 plus 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? So summation of first 8 terms we have a directly induction formula, n into n plus 1 by 2, 8 into, so summation of n terms is nothing but ఈ ఫార్ములా కూడా నోట్ డౌన్ చేసుకోండి, చాలా చోట్ల యూజ్ చేస్తాం. n into n plus 1 by 2, so that will be, so 4 into 9, 36. చాలా క్విక్గా అయిపోయింది కదా, 36. So how many points are there to the left hand side within the frame of this triangle and between the coordinate axis? That are nothing but 36. So there are 36 natural numbers where both axis and the ordinate are natural numbers. Okay. The next one, find the equation of a straight line which passes through the point -1, -1 and makes an angle 150 with the positive direction of x-axis. Simple ga directly we have a formula y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. Okay, so ikkada it is inclined at an angle of 150. So m, can I write it as tan 150? So tan 150 I can write it as tan 90 plus 60. tan 90 plus 60, whenever we are using 90, it changes to its complementary angle, and 60, 150 belongs to the second quadrant, so tan is negative, so it will be minus cot 60. Okay, so minus cot 60. So cot 60 value enta, it will be 1 by root 3, so this will be minus 1 by root 3. So y minus, what is y1 over here? The point is 1. Y plus 1 is equals to minus 1 by root 3 times x plus 1. Okay, so this will become root 3y plus root 3 is equals to minus x minus 1. So this will become x plus root 3y plus root 3 plus 1 equals to 0. So the option is B. Okay, simple ga, direct ga, you already know by slope in slope and point, what is this, point slope form, we can find the equation of a line. Okay. So find the equation of a straight line passing through minus 5 comma 6 and cutting an equal intercept. So just within 5 seconds lo ee problem solve cheyochu. Idi add cheyandi, 6 minus 5 enta 1. So ekkadaithe 1 undo adi mee answer. Kani I'll show you the procedure ela vachindi 1 anedi. Kani chusina ventane mark cheyochu answer. Kani if it is, what is the intercept form? X by a y plus y by b is equals to 1. When he is saying equal intercept, the value of a and the value of b will be equal to same. A is equals to b. So you can say x by a plus y by a is equals to 1. From this you can say that x plus y equals to a, right? So x plus y equals to a. So definitely e line anedi, this line is passing through the point, ante random ga తీసుకుంటున్నాను, it is not necessary that it would be then intact or the same figure that is actually manifesting. So it will be minus 5 comma 6. So if substitute cheste, this should satisfy the equation. So minus 5 plus 6 equals to a. What is 6 minus 5? Which is equals to 1. So what is the new equation that we are getting? X plus y, in place of a just substitute 1, we have x plus y equals to 1. So ఇది ఒక స్మాల్ ట్రిక్. ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ ఈక్వల్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ అన్నాడు అనుకోండి, పాసింగ్ త్రూ ఏదైనా ఒక పాయింట్ అన్నాడు అనుకోండి, జస్ట్ యాడ్ దట్ అండ్ సీ దట్ వేర్ దిస్ ఇస్ హోల్డింగ్. ఓకే, దట్స్ ఆల్ ఇట్ ఇస్. రైట్. So the next question, the sum of the squares of the intercept made by the line 5x minus 2y equals to 10 with the coordinate axis equals to. So ఇది కూడా చాలా సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్. కెన్ యూ రైట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ ఫార్మ్, దట్ ఈస్ 5x minus 2y equals to 10. Write it in the form of x by a plus y by b equals to 1. So the right hand side 1 undalante, bring it to the denominator. So this will become x by 5 minus x by 2 minus y by 5 equals to 1. Okay, so what is the x intercept we have? X intercept is 2, and what is the y intercept we have? That is minus 5. He is asking sum of squares. So what will be a square plus b square? That will be 2 square plus minus 5 square, which will be 4 plus 25, which will be equals to 29. That is the answer. So the answer is 29. కొన్ని సార్లు క్వశ్చన్స్ చాలా సింపుల్గా ఉంటాయి, మనం రష్లో అవి we ignore it. Okay, because length of the exam అంటే చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ అటెంప్ట్ చేయాలి. సో at times you need to be wise enough to choose the questions which you need to solve. ఓకే, ఏదో ఒక టఫ్ క్వశ్చన్ తీసుకొని 5 minutes 10 minutes ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసే బదులు, instead of using that 5 minutes for one question, choose that sort of a question where you can in 5 minutes you can solve 5 questions. Alanti questions solve cheste, for your investment for that 5 minutes there is a right proportion of outcome, right? So 5 marks vastai. So choose that sort of a question. Tough guna questions which are doable for you, you can just try to postpone it for some time in the exam. Okay, yeah. So the next one is, the line which is parallel to x-axis crosses the curve y is equals to root x at an angle of 45 degree. Okay. General ga, we'll try to, in order to explain you, I'm drawing a graph. So if I have to draw y is equals to, suppose, so this is y square is equals to x. So y square is equals to x is a sort of, it's a parabola. It is symmetric about x-axis. So it is plus root x, so it will be just the positive side of the y. Okay, so it will be something, it will be symmetric about the x-axis, so something it will be like this. Okay, so this is y is equals to root x graph, so our y square is equals to x graph, which will be symmetric about the x-axis, and it is only positive, so this is nothing but y is equals to root x. ఇప్పుడు వీడు ఏమంటున్నాడంటే, there is a line that is parallel to x-axis. So there is a line that is parallel to x-axis at an angle of 45. Don't you think it is little confusing? రెండు లైన్స్కి మధ్యలో యాంగిల్ ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ ఒక కర్వ్కి ఒక లైన్కి మధ్యలో యాంగిల్ ఏంటి? ఎందుకంటే కర్వ్ అనేది టిల్టింగ్గా ఉంటుంది, ఇట్ విల్ బీ కంప్లీట్లీ అన్ఈవన్గా ఉంటుంది. సో దాని అర్థం ఏంటంటే whenever we'll be talking about the angle between the two curves ante entante at the point of intersection if you can draw a tangent, okay, so aa tangent ki madhyalo unna angle 45 degrees antunnadu. Okay, so angle between a curve and a line ante dani ardham enti, the angle between the tangent at the point of intersection with the line is nothing but 45 degree. Okay, but in a way this line is parallel to x axis, right? ikkada చూడాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఈ line parallel to x axis. Don't you think if this line is parallel to x-axis, again the angle at which it is also intersecting this angle will also be equal to 45. Don't you think this is a slope of a line in a way? Yes, this is a slope of a line this is a slope of a curve of a line, okay, of the curve. So slope of a, what is the slope of the curve? We can find the slope of a curve by differentiation also. So dy by dx, okay, differentiate just em vastundi 1 by 2 root x. So this is nothing but he has already given the angle of inclination is at 45 degree. Okay, it is at 45 degree. So if it is at 45 degree, so can I say that is equals to tan 45, right? Which is equals to tan 45. So I can say 1 by 2 root x equals to 1. So I can say 1 by root x. Okay, so dy by dx is equals to 1 by 2 root x. So root x equals to 2. So I can say root x equals to 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by root x equals to 2, root x equals to 1 by 2. So from this, if I do squaring on both sides, I'll be getting x equals to 1 by 4. So if you try to substitute in the original equation y is equals to root x, so root 1 by 4 will be 1 by 2. So the answer is y is equals to 1 by 2. So y is equals to root x వచ్చింది కదా, so దీంట్లో substitute చేసేయండి simple గా. So this will be equals to 1 by 2. Okay, next. The equation of a given straight line x minus x1 by cos theta y minus y1 by sin theta is equals to gamma. If the equation of a line perpendicular to the given line and passing through alpha comma beta is x by a plus y by b equals to 1, then b by a is equals to, okay, ఇక్కడ మీరు చూస్తే this is nothing but the parametric form. Okay, parametric form లో కూడా slope వచ్చేటి ఏంటి? tan theta. Okay, this theta is inclination with the x axis, right? So slope of a line is nothing but always it is given by m is equals to tan theta. Okay, so if the equation of the line perpendicular to the given line and passing through alpha beta is x by a plus y by b equals to 1, వాడు ఏమంటున్నాడు అంటే బేసిక్గా ఈ రెండు లైన్స్ మటుకు పర్పెండిక్యులర్ అంటున్నాడు. These two lines, okay, these two lines are perpendicular. What is the condition? ఈ రోజు పొద్దున మనం నేర్చుకున్న కండిషన్స్ ఏంటి? If two lines are parallel, then the slopes are equal. Okay, if two lines are parallel, this is m1 and this is m2. Under note down చేసుకోండి. If line is parallel, then the slopes are equal. But if two lines are perpendicular, then the product of slopes is equals to minus 1. The product of slopes equals to minus 1. So already మనకి ఇక్కడ నుంచి తెలుసు the first one slope ఎంత? tan theta. The second line slope మనకు తెలియదు. Okay, the first line slope m1 is equals to tan theta. Okay, so slope of the second line equation ఏంటి? x by a plus y by b equals to 1. So ఇక్కడ నుంచి can I write y by b is equals to minus x by a plus 1. So y is equals to minus b by a x plus b. Okay, so this is how you will get. So y is equals to minus b by a into x plus b. So what is the slope of this line? m2 is equals to minus b by a. m2 is nothing but minus b by a. So everything is clear. So we have m1 is equals to tan theta, m2 is equals to minus b by a. He is saying these two lines are perpendicular. So m1 into m2 is equals to minus 1 minus b by a into tan theta is equals to minus 1. So from this I can cancel minus 1 and I can say tan theta is equals to a by b. Okay, so tan theta value is equals to a by b. కానీ వాడు అడుగుతుంది క్వశ్చన్ లో ఏంటి? b by a. b by a will be the reciprocal of tan, that will be a by b is tan theta, b by a will be 1 by tan theta, that will be cot theta. So the answer is option C, cot theta. Okay, the equation of a line passing through the intersection of 3x minus 4y plus 1, and 5x plus y minus 1 equals to 0, which cuts off the equal intercepts on the axis is given by. Okay, so ikkada china important thing, ante it's very easy also. There are two lines, some two random lines, okay, and oka point of intersection undi. Okay, ee point of intersection nunchi oka line pass avutundi. ఓకే, ఒక లైన్ పాస్ అవుతుంది ఈ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ నుంచి. ఆ ఏవైతే లైన్ అక్కడి నుంచి పాస్ అవుతుందో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో మేకింగ్ ద ఈక్వల్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్స్. ఒక పాయింట్ if there is a point on a line, if there is a point on a plane, how many lines you can draw? You can draw infinite lines. But out of this infinite lines, you are trying to discard all this infinite minus 1 possibility with creating one constraint, that it is making an equal intercepts on both x axis and y axis. So adi vaadu ichina condition. First agenda enti, we need to find the point of intersection. Fast ga find out cheseyandi. Point of intersection enti? 3x minus 4y plus 1 equals to 0, 5x plus y minus 1 equals to 0. So ikkada you try to just multiply with 5, here you multiply it with in any way it works. So this is 3. So answer em vastundi cheppandi? 5 into 3, 15x minus 20y plus 5 equals to 0. 3 into 5, 15x, 3 into y, 3y minus 3 equals to 0. So you can take subtraction and just cancel it out, everything. Minus 23y plus 5, so plus 8. So from here is equals to 0. So y value is nothing but I got 8 by 23. So y I got it as 8 by 23. So from here I got this point as 8 by 23. The first point I got it as 8 by 23. Similar ga, can you find the second point also by substituting in any one of the equation? 8 by 23 ekkadaina substitute chesi, again you try to find the value of x. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఈ వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయండి. ఐఎమ్ లీవింగ్ దిస్ క్యాలిక్యులేటివ్ పార్ట్ టు యూ. మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే, ఆల్రెడీ వై వాల్యూ నేను కనుక్కున్నా, ఎక్స్ వాల్యూ కనుక్కోండి. ఎక్స్ వాల్యూ కనుక్కున్న తర్వాత వాట్ యూ ట్రై టు డూ ఇస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫార్మింగ్ అన్ ఈక్వల్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్. ఓకే, ఈక్వల్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్స్ అంటున్నాడు కాబట్టి, సో ఇట్ విల్ బీ ఆఫ్ ద ఫార్మ్, దిస్ విల్ బీ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్, సో ఎక్స్ ఈక్వల్ ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుంది? ఎక్స్ బై ఏ ప్లస్ వై బై ఏ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1. సో ఎక్స్ ప్లస్ వై ఈక్వల్స్ టు ఏ. ఓకే, ఈ ఈక్వేషన్లో మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే, ఇన్ ప్లేస్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్, ఇన్ ప్లేస్ ఆఫ్ వై, ఏవైతే పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్స్ ఒక లైన్స్ వచ్చాయో అవి సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి. అవి సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసి ఫైండ్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ఏ, దట్ ఈస్ ది ఆన్సర్. ఓకే, సో దట్ పార్ట్ ఐఎమ్ లీవింగ్ అప్ టు యూ. జస్ట్ ఎ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్, సిమిలర్గా ఏవైతే ప్రీవియస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ చేసామో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ అ సిమిలర్ ఫ్యాషన్ దట్ వీ నీడ్ టు డూ. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్, a line passing to the point minus 5 comma minus 4 cuts the line x minus y minus 5 equals to 0, x plus 3y plus 2 equals to 0 respectively at q and r, such that 18 by pq, 15 by pr equals to 2. The slope of the line L is. Okay, ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, in fact it was asked in 2024. Okay, everyone star mark this problem. ఒకవేళ మీరు చూస్తుంటే ప్లీజ్ స్టార్ మార్క్ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ ఏ లైన్ ఎల్ పాసింగ్ టు ద పాయింట్ పి minus 5 comma minus 4. Okay, so there is a point P which is minus 5 comma minus 4. Okay, so cuts the line x minus 5, x minus y minus 5 and x plus 3y equals to 2 respectively at q and r. So okay, line anedi, so there is some line. Okay, so there is some line. I'm just drawing some line. Okay, so this is some line P. Okay, so this P is nothing but minus 5 comma minus 4, minus 5 comma minus 4. So it is cutting these two lines, x minus y minus 5. So there are some two lines. Okay, ila edo oka two random lines unnai. So this is x minus y minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, so x minus 5 minus 5 and x plus 3y plus 2 equals to 0. X plus 3y plus 2 equals to 0. So ikkada idi point PQ, idi Q antunadu, and the other one is R. Okay, this is R. Okay, so this is PQ and PR. Okay, so what ichina relation enti ante 18 by PQ, 15 by PR equals to 2. The slope of the line L is. Okay, the slope of the line L is. Okay, so ikkada manam important observation entante, do you know the distance? So ఇది parametric form use చేసి చేయొచ్చు. Whenever you know one point and when you have to know another point, we can find using the parametric form. What is the parametric form? X minus x1 by cos theta is equals to y minus y1 by sin theta is equals to r. Okay, is equals to r. R is the distance from the point. Okay, so for the first thing, what do I do is here, for the first thing, in order to know this point q oka point telusukovalanunte, what do I do? Minus 5. Okay, I'm just writing this as x minus x1 enta 5, so by cos theta. Do I know the value of theta? So that will be cos theta itself is equals to, that will be the angle of inclination, that will be the slope theta, is equals to r. R will be, can I write it as pq? This distance is nothing but pq, right? So this is the first thing. Similarly, y plus 4 by sin theta is equals to, this will be again pq. Okay, so I have x plus 5 by cos theta is equals to pq, y plus 4 by sin theta is equals to pq. From here you can write x plus 5 is equals to pq cos theta and y plus 4 is equals to pq sin theta. Okay, pq sin theta. So from here you can write it as x equals to pq cos theta minus 5, and here you can write it as pq sin theta minus 4. So pq cos theta minus 5, and here you can write it as pq sin theta minus 4. Okay, so you have these 2 points. So this point is nothing but pq cos theta minus 5, and that is nothing but pq cos theta minus 4. From here you got these 2 points. Okay, ippudu manam em cheyochu ante, now you can substitute this sort of an equation in this x minus y minus 5 equals to 0, and similarly you can also substitute x plus ఇది y plus ఇది, ఈ రెండు సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసిన తర్వాత, after you substitute these two, similarly ఇక్కడ కూడా మనకి ఏం వస్తుందంటే సిమిలర్ ప్యాటర్న్ లో x equals to pr, this will be again cos theta minus 5, and this will also be y is equals to pr, that will also be cos theta minus pr cos theta minus 5. Okay, so ఇది మనకు వచ్చిన రెండు రిలేషన్స్. ఈ రిలేషన్స్ మటుకు, సో this relation you substitute in this equation, that is the first one, and the second one you try to substitute in this and try to find the relation of pq. Okay, మీకు pq ఇంకా pr ఒక రిలేషన్ వస్తుంది, that relation you try to substitute here and then find the slope. Okay, I am leaving that part to you. ఇక్కడ హింట్ ఏంటంటే parametric form, ఈ parametric form యూస్ చేసి చేయాలి. Okay, so that is how you will solve. Okay, next, a straight line is drawn through the point a 1, 2 such that its point of intersection with the straight line x plus y equals to 4 is at a distance of root 6 by 3 from the given point a. Okay, find the angle which the line makes with the positive direction of x-axis. Okay, oka point undi, a point 1, 2 such that its point of intersection with this straight line x plus y equals to 4 is at a distance of root 6 by 3. Okay, so what is the possible angles? So ikkada chudandi, first it is something like there is a point, okay, that is a 1, 2. Okay, so there is a line, there is some random line which is x plus y equals to 4. Okay, so which is at a distance of root 6 by 3, which is at a distance of root 6 by 3. Okay, find the angle with the line makes with the, so what angle theta adugutunnadu. Okay, simple, ikkada em cheyandante x equals to 1 plus r cos theta, so x equals to x minus x1, so x equals to 1 plus r enta, that will be root 6 by 3 cos theta. Okay, similar ga this y will also be how much? Y is equals to 2 plus you can take 2 plus root 6 by 3 sin theta. We can use either this thing or మనం ఇంకొకటి కూడా యూస్ చేయొచ్చు. I will just say you the other one. Okay, that is, if you know the point, for example a is 1, 2 and you know the point root 6 by 3, From this you can find distance formula also, that is ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root of a square plus b square. అది కూడా అలా కూడా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే ఈ డిస్టెన్స్ మటుకు ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ది పర్పెండిక్యులర్ డిస్టెన్స్. ఓకే, ఈ ఫార్ములా మటుకు యూ కెన్ నెవర్ యూజ్. ఓన్లీ దిస్ ఫార్ములా కెన్ బి యూజ్డ్ ఓన్లీ ఇఫ్ దేర్ ఇస్ ఏ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ డిస్టెన్స్. ఒక పాయింట్ ఇచ్చి ఆ పాయింట్ నుంచి ద షార్టెస్ట్ డిస్టెన్స్ అన్నప్పుడు, లేకపోతే ఇట్ ఈస్ ద పర్పెండిక్యులర్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఏ లైన్ అన్నప్పుడు యూ కెన్ క్యాపిటలైజ్ దిస్ ఫార్ములా. కానీ ఈ కేసులో ఈ ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేయలేవు. అందుకనే వీ విల్ బి యూజింగ్ 1 plus root 6/3 cos theta and y is also equals to 1. This will be equals to y is 2 plus root 6/3 sin theta. 2 plus root 6/3 sin theta. Now try to substitute both of them. X plus y equals to 4. ఆ రెండు దాంట్లో మీరు సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసినప్పుడు వాట్ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్, ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ రైటింగ్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్. x, సో జస్ట్ నేను ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ రాస్తాను. x minus x1 by cos theta is equals to y minus y1 by sin theta is equals to r. Okay, so this you can take it as plus or minus r, that is okay. So akkadi nunchi you can take x equals to r cos theta. Okay, so this you can write it as plus or minus r cos theta plus x1. Okay, y is equals to plus or, ఇది ప్లస్ ఆర్ మైనస్ తీసుకోవచ్చు ఎందుకంటే ఒక సైడ్ అయినా ఉండొచ్చు, ది అదర్ సైడ్ అయినా ఉండొచ్చు. సో ప్లస్ ఆర్ మైనస్ ఆర్ సైన్ థీటా ప్లస్ y1. సో ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ x ఈక్వల్స్ టు, సో ఆర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ రూట్ 6/3 రూట్స్ ప్లస్ ఆర్ మైనస్ రూట్ 6/3 కాస్ థీటా ప్లస్ x1 ఎంత, x1 is nothing but 1, 2. So x1 is 1 and y1 is equals to plus or minus root 6/3 sin theta plus 1. Okay, so now from here you can write, you can substitute in the equation x plus y equals to 4. So x plus y equals to 4 la substitute cheste, so this will be 1 plus or minus root 6/3 cos theta. So plus y anta 1 plus or minus root 6/3 sin theta equals to 4. Okay, so 1 plus 1 2, so 2 ikkada plus or minus rastunanu, so you can write this as, so 1 plus or minus root 6/3 plus or minus root 6/3 cos theta plus sin theta plus sin theta, which is equals to, sorry, did I do any mistake here, ikkada adi 2. Okay, so this is 2 here, so this is 2, so this is also 2, so this will become 1 plus 2 3, so that will be equals to 1. Okay, so ikkada chudandi plus or minus root 6/3 cos theta plus sin theta equals to 1. Okay, ikkada if I do squaring on both sides, so this is the final thing I got, so if I do squaring on both sides, ee plus inga minus rendu nullify అయిపోయి cos theta plus sin theta whole square, and this will become 6/9. Okay, so from here I'll be writing the final equation. So ikkada chudandi, okay, so from here you can write cos theta plus sin theta is equals to, you can write it this as 3/√6. You can write it as 3/√6, and if you try to do the squaring on both sides, so this will become 9/6. Okay, so this will become 9/6. This will become cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2 cos theta sin theta, that will be sin 2 theta. Okay, so 2 cos theta sin theta is sin 2 theta. So sin 2 theta is equals to 9/6 minus 1, so that will be equals to minus 3/6. Okay, so that will be equals to, sorry, plus 3/6. So sin 2 theta is equals to 3/6, so that will be equals to 1/2, so that will be equals to 2 theta is equals to 60, so 2 theta is equals to 30, so theta is equals to 15. So this is one way that you can solve the whole problem. Okay, so the next problem, a line L1 passing through A 3, 4 and having a slope 1 cuts another line L2 passing through C at B such that AB equals to AC if the equation of line BC is 2x minus y plus 4, then the equation of line AC is, okay. First point chadavandi, there is a line L1, okay, it is passing through the point 3 comma 4, it is passing through the point 3 comma 4 and having a slope 1, okay, it is having a slope 1. So this is my line L1, okay, and it cuts another line L2 passing through C at B, okay. So there is a point, so let's take this point to be, A, so this is A 3 comma 4, okay. So there is a point A which is 3 comma 4 and there is a point B, okay, there is a point B which is intersecting at point B and it is also passing through point C, okay, there is some point C also. Now he has given that the such that AB is equals to AC, so AB is equals to, so he is trying to even join these two, so these two lines are equal, AB is equals to AC if the equation of the line BC is 2x minus y plus 4 equals to 0. This is the equation of a line, okay. So finally ga manaki ichinavi ee moodu informations ichadu. So then then the equation of line AC is, so what is he asking? The equation of line AC. If you see here, already for the line AC we have the point, okay, that is 3 by 4. So we already know the equation of a line will be y minus 4 is equals to m into x minus 3, okay. So that is what we already know, okay. Kani ikkada we should know what is the thing that we have to already know, okay. See, this is an isosceles triangle. If you see that these two lengths are equal, AB and AC, so can I say that these two angles are also equal, right? Angle B equals to angle C. So if I say that angle B equals to angle C, can I say that tan B is equals to tan C, right? So tan B equals to tan C, tan B equals to tan C, right? Now how can we find, we know already the slope of this line, the slope of this line is nothing but m, and what is the slope of this line? So if you try to write it in the slope intercept form, you can write it as minus y is equals to minus 2x minus 4. So y is equals to, you can write it as 2x plus 4, y is equals to 2x plus 4. So what is the slope of this line? Slope of this line is equals to 2. The slope of this line is equals to 2. So E slope vachesi 1, E slope vachesi 2. Do I know the slope of this line? No. So I'll just keep it as m. So tan B is equals to tan C. So from here I can write what is the angle between two lines? Tan alpha is equals to mod of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So from here m1 I can take it as 1 and m2 I can take it as 2. m1 equals to 1, m2 equals to 2, right? So tan B is equals to mod of 1 minus 2 by 1 plus 1 into 2, okay. And tan C ela find out cheyachu? Do I know the value of this tan C? This is 2 and m. So this can be written as 2 minus m by 1 plus 2m, okay, 2 minus m. So this will be 1 minus 2 is minus 1 by 1 plus 2 is 3. So this is equals to 2 minus m by 1 plus 2m, okay. So final ga in idi em rayachu, 2 minus m by 1 plus 2m is equals to plus or minus 1 by 3, plus or minus 1 by 3. So anni formulas nenu correct rasanu anukunta. So 1, 2 and here I have taken the slope of this line, y is equals to 2x plus 4. So m is nothing but 2. So from here I can find the equation of a line. So from here if I take plus value, 2 minus m by 1 plus 2m is equals to 1 by 3. So 3 into 2 is 6 minus 3m is equals to 1 plus 2m. So from here 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 is equals to 5m. M is equals to 1. ఇక్కడ నాకు వచ్చిన వాల్యూ ఎంత? M value equals to 1. So if I try to substitute this m is equals to 1 in this equation, so y minus 4 is equals to 1 into x minus 3. So this will be equals to y minus 4 x minus 3. So that will be x minus y plus 1 is equals to 0. So it is option B. Okay, so that is what I got the answer. Okay, yeah. So yeah, see the 12th question. The equation of a line passing through the point of intersection 3x minus 4y plus 1 equals to 0 and 5x plus y minus 1 equals to 0, making equal non-zero intercept. Same question, ilanti question indaga kuda chusamu. Emayipothundante, if you have two lines, it is intersecting at some point and a line is passing through this line which is making an equal intercept. ఈ రెండు ఈక్వేషన్ ని సాల్వ్ చేయండి. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ట్రైంగ్ టు డూ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఇస్ అ హోంవర్క్ ఫర్ యూ. ఈ రెండు ఈక్వేషన్ ని సాల్వ్ చేయండి, ఫైండ్ ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ అండ్ దెన్ ఫినిష్ ఆఫ్ విత్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ హౌ యూ విల్ డూ ద 12th ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఆల్సో. నెక్స్ట్, the length of the segment of the straight line passing through 3, 3 and 7, 6 cuts off the coordinate axes. ఇక్కడ 2 points ఇచ్చాడు, 3, 3 and 7, 6. Can you find the slope of this line? That is nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So 7 minus 3. So 6 minus 3 is 3, 7 minus 3 is 4. So the slope is m is equals to 3 by 4. Kani he's adugutunnadu the length of the segment. Ante what is he asking? ఒక 2 points ఉన్నాయి, ఈ సెగ్మెంట్ ఒక లెంత్ ఎంత. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ఏ అండ్ దిస్ ఇస్ బి. ఇండైరెక్ట్గా వాడు అడుగుతున్నాడు ఏంటంటే, ఇఫ్ యూ నో ద ఇంటర్సెప్ట్ then you can find the length of the coordinate axis. ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఈజీగా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. సో ఫస్ట్ కెన్ వీ ఫైండ్ ది ఇంటర్సెప్ట్స్? ఫస్ట్ we know one point, y minus y1. We can take y minus 3 is equals to 6 minus 3 is 3 and 7 minus 3 is 4. That will be x minus 3. So from here I can write it as 4y minus 12 is equals to 3x minus 9. 4y minus 12 is equals to 3x minus 9. So ఇక్కడ ఏమైపోతుంది 4y minus 12. So 3x minus 4y plus, so I'll write it here only, 3x minus 4y, 12 minus 9 is 3, which is equals to 0. So 3x minus 4y plus 3 is equals to 0. ఇక్కడ 3x minus 4y equals to minus 3. So x by minus 1 plus y by 3 by 4 is equals to 1. So the x intercept వచ్చేసి 1, y intercept వచ్చేసి 3 by 4. So under root of 1 plus 9 by 4. So you will be getting, so under root of 1 plus 9 by 16, that will be under root of 25 by 16, which will be equals to 5 by 4. ఇది ఎలా వచ్చింది అనుకుంటున్నారా? So this is nothing but, if you try to just see the axis how it is, so this is nothing but minus 1 comma 0 and this is nothing but 0 comma 3 by 4. How can we find the distance between the coordinate axis? It is given by under root of a square plus b square. akkadi nunchi direct ani rasanu. The answer is 5 by 4. Okay, so the answer is 5 by 4. Okay, so we are left out with 2 more questions. Okay, an equation of a line whose segments between the coordinate axis is divided by 1 by 2 and 1 by 3 and in the ratio 2:3. Okay, I'll just give you a rough thing. Okay, there is a point 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3 which is being divided in the ratio 2:3. So e point anedi ela untundi, a comma 0, that is the x intercept. This point will be in the form of 0 comma b. So using this formula, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n comma my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, ఈ రెండు సెక్షన్ ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేసి, సో దిస్ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3. సో ఇక్కడ x1 ఇంకా y1, సో x1 y1 వచ్చేసి a comma 0 అండ్ ద రేషియో ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ దిస్ ఇస్ m అండ్ దిస్ ఇస్ n. ఈ ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేసి, దిస్ ఇస్ సింపుల్ 10th grade 9th grade ఫార్ములా, ఈ ఫార్ములా యూజ్ చేసి యూ కెన్ ఫైండ్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ a and b. వన్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ a and b, యూ కెన్ ఫైండ్ ద equation of the line segment. So this is the basic 10th grade problem. I'm just leaving this problem. This is asked in 2015. Are process use chesi you try to find the answer. So we'll just okay, so here comes the end of the session. So tomorrow at 2 o'clock you will be having a live session. Rep 10th board exams unnai, so for science exam, so there will be a complete entire paper discussion on this exam. So they will be completely Ahmed sir, Shrikesh sir and Nidhi ma'am, they will be elaborating you completely on the science exam paper. So hope please everyone join. మీకు తెలిసిన ఎవరైనా తమ్ముళ్ళు కానీ ఎవరైనా కానీ యువర్ యంగర్ వన్స్ సిబ్లింగ్స్ కానీ if they are writing their 10th board exam, please come for the paper discussion. They will get a complete idea that is completely given by sisyaclass. Okay, so please do share our channel and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The app is available even on the Play Store. You can join it through our app through this barcode scanner. And please ఎంత వీలైతే అంత కమెంట్ చేయండి. ఆల్సో ప్లీజ్ లైక్ అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవర్ ఛానల్. యువర్ సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ అండ్ లైకింగ్ will allow us to encourage more content like this. All the NIT and IIT people are here for you to give enough content throughout the day, throughout the year, and thank you so much.